AP, thanks for calling. You are on the Hoffman Show.
Hey, how you doing, Hoffman?
Doing well. How are you, man?
Hey, man, I'm feeling good, man. It's Victory Monday. Just getting home from work, man. It's a beautiful day.
So what you got from the game yesterday on this Tell the Truth Monday?
Oh, for sure. So first things first, I want to touch on a caller. I don't know his name, but I remember he was very critical of the job that Adam Peters had done as far as acquiring, set amount of players like Frankie Louvu, Jeremy Chin, all these players that he was just, he was calling them bums, I believe.
Yeah, I remember the call.
What
Anthony,
that call
do you we have that call pulled and saved? I think it was Shane and Oxon Hill.
Good.
Anthony, how quickly do you think you could get Shane and Oxon Hill's call up for the people that aren't as up to date? They may have missed this epic moment in show history.
Yeah, I'm working right now.
All right, hold on. AP, give us 1 second here. We're gonna let you respond to. By the way, while the takes were bad, the pronunciations were even worse, which made it that much better.
Worse.
But it is an epic moment in show history. So any chance it comes up for us to replay it, I do want to do that. So Anthony, are you ready over there?
Well, I put it in the search. I'm just waiting for it to load.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, AP, we'll play the call again in a second. What directly would you like to say to Shane from Oxon Hill? I believe was the caller.
Shane, loud and wrong, sir. That's all I can say. Loud and wrong. Like, loud and wrong, sir. Take several seats. Matter of fact, take a whole stadium of seats.
Northwest Stadium, perhaps.
Yeah, Northwest Stadium, yeah. Matter of fact, you should be in attendance.
Yeah, and you can see Olamide Zaccheus, for instance, ball out.
Oh, yeah, Olamide. Who else? I think was he critical of Austin Ekeler?
I do believe he was critical of Austin Ekeler, which is why, like last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, that in the YouTube algorithm, suddenly I was getting some comments and some things on Shane's call, and I was like, why is this call going nuts and everything? I was like, because he did mention Austin Ekeler.
I really hope he wasn't critical of not Jeremy, excuse me, but Frankie Louvu, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm throwing my ones up. That's my new tribal chief, a.k.a. Uso, a.k.a. Roman Reigns. That's my dude. Like, man, seeing that post-game speech, not even a speech, I guess it's called the haka. That's what they do, for the Samoans, they do the haka. He got me hyped. He had me ready to put on a skirt, man. Like, I mean, I know that's what they do. They throw on the skirts and, they bang on their chest and everything. He had me ready. Like, he got my blood pressure up. I had to take a seat myself. Like, that dude, man, just give me a whole defense full of him. Because, like,
facts.
That dude, he on another level.
Hey, AP, thanks for the
I
call.
know you got more calls. I'm going to listen up for that sound bite. I appreciate that.
We will. If we don't get it in this segment, we will play it during before Real Thing. So, AP, thanks for listening and thanks for the call. 301-230-0980 is the phone number. Anthony, do you have it yet? No?
Nope.
Okay, I know where we can find it if we need to on the internet, so we'll get that in a second. Let's go to Tyler in Reston. Tyler, thanks for calling. You're on the Hoffman Show. It's Tell the Truth Monday. What you got?
What up, fellas? Happy Victory Monday.
Happy Victory Monday to you.
So my question is, do you think the O-line is legit? They've been ranked high on PFF through the last couple of weeks, but a lot of that has to do with scheme. We're chipping a lot, but how good are these guys?
What a question. Here's the thing, though, Tyler. They ain't going to change schemes for the rest of the year. And so this is kind of what I was trying to tell everybody last year was not that the offensive line was actually good. Not that they secretly had a bunch of all-pros last year. Simply that the way that an offensive line is deployed is going to be a bigger determining factor of their success than the individual talent themselves. You can have really good individual talents deployed poorly, and your offensive line is going to play like garbage. And you could have a mediocre to bad offensive line talent-wise, and you can be one of the best offenses in the league. Because that's exactly what, for instance, the Miami Dolphins were last year. They just get the ball out so quick down there that it didn't matter that their offensive line wasn't good. You could watch the tape. Those guys lost all the time. But Tua got the ball out before he got hit, and so it didn't matter. And he got the ball out to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, and those guys are awesome, so they would still score touchdowns. And so this year, one, you have a coordinator playing to the strengths of the O-line. They got good athletes who can get out in space, and they have this run game. I actually think they probably leaned into some elements of that too much yesterday because Cleveland's got a lot of team speed defensively. I would have been a little more vertical downhill, but they obviously figured out how to move the football, including in the running game, just fine. But early on, I think that was kind of a feeling out process. And then they're not putting them in true drop back pass. And when they are, Jaden gets the ball out quicker. So your quarterback matters a lot too. So I would say the answer is they are a average to a slightly above average talent-wise offensive line because guys like Cosme can move. Wiley is above average at the things that he's good at. He's below average at the things that he's not. Brandon Coleman's coming along. But I think within the context, within the world that they're existing in right now with this quarterback and this coordinator and the other guys like Anthony Lynn and Bobby Johnson who deserve credit, I think this O-line is plenty good enough for them to make the playoffs.
Yeah, thanks, Craig. I definitely agree. I think it's a good breakdown. They're playing well, so hopefully it keeps up.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyler, thanks for the call, man. Very much appreciated. 301-230-0980 is the phone number. Jordan Wickline is in the YouTube chat, Anthony. He thinks it was Gary. Gary is a different person that we fight with on the show. This was definitely Shane from Oxon Hill.
Yeah, for some reason, the search bar on here doesn't work. It's in one of these September folders.
Yeah, I know. I went looking for it too, and now
And
I'm looking on YouTube for it, and I can't find it. I can't find it either. But I'm.
I know
We're gonna find this thing because it's too good. In my head I have the pronunciation of Olamide Zaccheus that just is the greatest thing that's ever happened on this show. Here we go. I got it on YouTube. So we're going to pot that up and we're going to hit play.
The guy had 11 touchdowns over the past 2 years.
By the way, this was in reaction to the Jahan Dotson trade, which becomes important. And in case you're wondering, who is he talking about when he definitely doesn't say Jahan Dotson?
The guy had 11 touchdowns over the past 2 years. Terry McLaurin has 9. Olamide Zaccheus had 10 catches.
One more time. I'm sorry.
Terry McLaurin has 9. Olamide Zaccheus had 10 catches.
It's not just Olamide. It's Olamide Zaccheus. He gets every part of the name wrong.
Olamide Zaccheus had 10 catches last year. Diami Brown had 100 yards last year. Are we a better team without Jahan Dotson? No, we're not. So stop all the baloney, man. We traded Montez Sweat, and now we have Cleveland Furrow, who had 2 sacks, and Dante Fowler, who had 2 sacks. We have Austin Ekeler, who is 30 years old. Like, come on, bro. Kendall Fuller is in Miami. Curtis Samuel is in Buffalo. Cam Curl is in with the Rams. And we have a guy, Adam Peters, who's bringing in bums. And everybody's like, oh, just because we're bringing in new faces mean we're better.
Well, Shane, there is something in common with this year and last year. In both years, they had 4 wins. It's just week 5.
Ooh.
Yeah. But hey, those guys. How is Kendall doing in Miami, by the way? How the Dolphins doing? I don't think they're killing it.
Nah.
I don't know how good of a year Kendall's having, to be honest. I'd have to look that up. Curtis Samuel's been in and out of the lineup hurt in Buffalo. Who else did he mention? Cam Curl.
Yep.
Cam's playing all right in LA, I think.
I stiff armed a couple of times.
Yeah. How's Chin playing here?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Quan.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's good. How'd De'Ami Brown play on Sunday?
Really good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. How did De'Ami Brown play on Sunday?
Really good.
Olamide. What do you say? Olamide. I can't even.
I think he said omelette.
Olamide.
Yeah.
No, Olamide is how you actually say it. Olamide. That's what he said. Olamide Zaccheus. How's he been playing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good ball.
Saved us a fumble.
He sure did.
Yeah.
He should get yardage for that.
Yeah.
All that Austin Ekeler rushing yardage should go to Zaccheus. By the way, how's Ekeler playing?
Really good.
I think he's averaging 11 yards a touch on the season.
That's really good.
Should we play it one more time?
Yeah.
The guy had 11 touchdowns over the past 2 years. Terry McLaurin has 9. Olamide Zaccheus had 10 catches last year. Jahan Brown had 100 yards last year. Are we a better team without Jahan Dotson? No, we're not. So stop all the baloney, man. We traded Montez Sweat, and now we have Cleveland Ferrell, who had 2 sacks. And Dante Fowler, who had 2 sacks. We have Austin Ekeler, who is 30 years old. Like, come on, bro. Kendall Fuller is in Miami. Curtis Samuel is in Buffalo. Cam Curl is in with the Rams. And we have a guy, Adam Peters, who's bringing in bums. And everybody's like, oh, just because we're bringing in new faces mean we're better.
Eat it, Shane!
What's up, kiddos? It's your boy Clinton Yates from ESPN. It's the Hoffman Show on the Team 980. Tell your mama I said what's up.